Daredevil Born Again is currently the talk of the town, and yes, everything you need to know about every little details about the Daredevil Born Again series, right from this release date, anticipated release date, to the story, to the characters that are involved in it, everything. So first of all, let's talk about the release date. So anticipated release date is early part of 2025 or very late part of 2024, but to be honest, 2024 doesn't seem that likely, but early part of 2025 looks a pretty decent slot. But on top of that, what about the filming updates? So the recent news that came out was that the filming of Daredevil Born Again has wrapped up, but there is a catch here. The original episode numbers of the Daredevil Born Again series was going to be 18. That means the entire story was divided across 18 episodes, but they actually split that 18 episodes into 2 seasons of 9 episodes each. And there's another catch here. The first 9 episodes filming has been wrapped up recently, and that is what is making the rounds on the internet about the news that the filming has wrapped up. The filming has actually wrapped up, but only of the first 9 episodes. That means the first half of the entire season, which is split across 2 seasons, or you can say the season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. Moving on to another interesting plot point. So you guys know that this series, Daredevil Born Again, is actually the continuation of the Netflix series Daredevil, which previously had 3 seasons, and now it's all canon to the MCU. Now the major detail here is that these first 9 episodes, or the season 1 of Daredevil Born Again, will actually be the continuation of the story of the 3rd season of Daredevil, which aired on Netflix. So the first 9 episodes will actually be the continuation of that series, and the next 9 episodes will have its own different story. But now let's talk about the story. The story will involve heavily Kingpin. And yes, another interesting thing, this Daredevil Born Again series will have a lot of repercussions in the Spider-Man 4 movie, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 movie, and I have actually made a couple of videos on all the updates about the 4th Spider-Man movie. You can check those videos out here. Check this playlist out. I have made a dedicated playlist for that. Just watch those 2 videos and you will be thrilled about every little detail of the Spider-Man 4 movie. But coming back to this series, so this series plot point will definitely revolve around Kingpin being the mayor of New York City, and after being the mayor of New York City, he will actually form an anti-vigilante task force, which will ban every vigilante work, which obviously Matt Murdock does. So Matt Murdock's Daredevil will be forced against Mayor Kingpin's villains or foot soldiers, and the same anti-vigilante task force will have a major role in the upcoming Spider-Man 4 movie as well. Now let us talk about the cast returning for the series. So everyone is actually returning for this, right from Karen Page, Augie Nelson, Frank Castle's Punisher's first look was also revealed a few days back, and a ton of other set pictures were also released, and actually these pictures contributed to the fact of Daredevil Born Again being in the limelight in the last week. This was a behind the scene picture shared by Jason Bernthal on his Instagram. So basically everyone from the Daredevil series is coming back to this series, and if you're wondering why this series is such a big deal and why this all characters returning to this series is such a big deal, well, let me tell you if you don't know. Last year Daredevil Born Again series was actually filming, and the story that was driving that series was utterly bullshit according to people close to productions, because in that series none of the previous members were actually involved. Like there was no Karen Page, there was no Foggy Nelson, none of them were there, and our Daredevil himself didn't put on the Daredevil suit until the 4th episode. I mean, that was really a big deal, and that entire series focused more on the lawyer side of things instead of the Daredevil side of things. And after the filming of a few episodes, the main man Kevin Feige actually reviewed those episodes and he said, that's bullshit, just throw this out of the window and let's do an entire creative overhaul of this series. And after that overhaul, this is what we are getting. So this is basically everything you need to know about the Daredevil Born Again series at this point in time, and I'll definitely make another video on this as soon as we get some other major updates on it. And yeah, please check out this playlist in which I've talked everything about the Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 movie. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching.